Good morning and welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to take you along as we grocery shop and plan our meals for the week. So if that's something that interests you, keep watching. So where are we going?
Azure Standard. Good grief.
What do we like about Azure Standard? Peanut butter?
No.
Do you like
Raisins?
pears?
No.
Do you like raisins?
No.
What about bread?
What about sugar?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the good things about Azure Standard. We buy in bulk, so there's less packaging. It's all good food, good wholesome food. You can get produce, you can get things in bulk.
I want to do things what I love to eat.
Tell us what you love to eat, Soren. What's your favorite?
Black beans?
Black beans?
Yeah. And my favorite. And grapefruits. And my favorite thing to do is Cinderella house. My favorite food is grapefruits and peanut butter.
So we just got back from our Azure Standard order pickup, and we also went to the park, and I just wanted to give you kind of a quick overview of what we got. Just gonna fly through this really quick. So we got 40 pounds of apples. These are in season juice grade apples, and I have a video out of what I do with my apples. Most of it's gonna be turned into applesauce and apple butter that I do in my Instant Pot, but also some other things. So I'll link that video about what I do with my apples in the description box below. So that's the big thing that we got. So what I love about Azure Standard is they have, over the last 2 years that we've been ordering, they've made kind of an initiative to stop packaging in plastic. And most of the things that we buy now are actually in paper, which I love. So we got sunflower seeds. These are dates. I usually get medjool dates, but these are the Neglet Nor dates since they were out of the medjool dates. So these are peanuts. We always make our peanut butter just to cut down on the waste of the glass jar, since glass isn't recycled here where we live. We got flaxseed. Here's some chia seeds. Okay, in this box, this is the heavy box. So I got coconut oil. It comes in a glass jar. In this jar, I always repurpose for something. This time I got some maple syrup. Usually we buy the small bottles in the glass, but sometimes it's hard to find, and it's also a lot cheaper to buy it by the gallon. And when you have 4 kids eating pancakes twice a week, I guess. Matt usually fixes pancakes at least once a week, sometimes twice. So we go through maple syrup pretty quickly. Chili powder. We got carrots this time. This is coconut sugar. We sweeten things mostly with coconut sugar instead of regular sugar, since this is less processed. And then I always get ginger. And this is fresh ginger, and they come in little bags, little paper bags, but this is organic ginger. We don't get organic ginger around here. I don't know anywhere to buy that locally. So I always buy 2 pounds, and I keep running out. So I bought 3 pounds this time, and I use this for ginger shots mostly. And that's why I wanted organic, because I don't peel it. I stick the whole thing in a blender. So I wanted organic. The last thing is raisins. We buy at least 5 pounds of raisins. This goes in oatmeal or cookies sometimes when I make cookies, or granola. Some of my other recipes call for raisins, so makes a great snack for the family. So this is what I get through Azure Standard. I also get other things. Actually, there was one thing, it's probably still in the car. I get my flour, which is what I ordered this time, bread flour, whole wheat that I buy in bulk, buy 25-pound bags. And then also I usually buy beans, pinto beans, black beans usually, and also rice, And oats, we buy at least 25 pounds, sometimes a 50-pound bag of oats, because that's what we usually eat in the morning is the oatmeal. It is Wednesday and I just got my Misfits Market order in. FedEx just dropped it off, so I'm gonna open this really quick to see what we've got. If you've never heard of Misfits before, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box below. They're a really cool company that's all about gathering food that wouldn't be able to sell in grocery stores, so it would just go to waste, and selling it to you for a reduced rate. So before I show you what I got in my Misfits, I just wanted to let you know, there's the largest box is called the Madness box, and it's $35 per box, and they send it, you can do it once a week. You can actually set it up to however often you want it. Once a week is the most you can get, but you can skip weeks if you want to. It's super simple the way it's set up so that you can skip weeks when you want to, you can get more boxes when you want to, that kind of thing. So I get two of the Madness boxes, and they say it's about 18 to 22 pounds of organic produce, and most of the time I'm getting upwards to probably 30 pounds or more. So it's actually more than what they say it is. Again, you don't know what you're going to get, so if you are picky about your vegetables, then this might not be the way you want to do this, but we're not. We like trying pretty much anything that comes our way. So I got a good variety this week, which is exciting because I've already got some ideas of what I want to do with some of these things. So I'm gonna kind of take you through it, show you what I got this week. Then I'll show you how I prep, how I meal plan from this, and then I'll do a little grocery shopping later, probably tomorrow. Okay, so in our Misfits box this time, we got mangoes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mangoes, so I got 3 in each box. There's lemons here, oranges, some potatoes, apples, and again, all of this is organic. We got 2 cabbages, 4 packages of, this looks like maybe like a butter lettuce, 2 things of romaine, 4 things of green beans, so these are really nice roasted. The good thing about the way they package stuff, this is a compostable bag, so most of the things are either recyclable or compostable, what they package in. Bok choy, maybe we can make some miso soup later. Eggplant, we got beets, 2 things of beets. Butternut squash, probably make a butternut squash soup. There's 4 things of celery, and then they have a thing where you can do add-ons, where you can pay a little bit extra for, you can decide what you want. And we got coffee, diced tomatoes, got a package of mint, and these are shiitake mushrooms. So that will go good with the bok choy and the miso soup. So again, $35 per box, so I spent about $70 on all of this produce, and it will last us at least a week, maybe a little bit more than a week, but we get some really good meals out of everything that we get. So we have made it to the planning part of our menu, and this is the way I usually do this. I wait until Wednesday until I have all of my Misfits food in. That way, that's kind of the iffy thing, like I never know what I'm gonna get. So I make sure I wait until Wednesday to plan my menu for the week. So this is what I usually do. I stand in the kitchen. I usually stand in front of the refrigerator so that I know what's in there, and then I can check the pantries for items that I need to cook now or for additional like side items and things like that. So what I usually do is I'll have a little whiteboard here that I'll write everything down on. I have my grocery list here. I also have this is my fancy cookbook. These are all the recipes that I have used or want to use that I've printed off or that I have kind of made and recreated myself. So everything that I usually use is in here. If I do have ingredients that I'm not familiar with or that I haven't cooked anything before, then I usually look up something on my phone and just print that off. And if it's good, then I add it to my cookbook. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you exactly how I lay this out, and let me do that. Okay, here's my setup. I have my whiteboard to write my menu on, my cookbook, my phone if I need to look up any recipes, and also my grocery list to write down the ingredients that I need for my recipes that I don't have. So we're gonna start with breakfast, and Matt's always in charge of breakfast, well, usually in charge of breakfast, and he always does oatmeal during the week, and on weekends he does pancakes. And I already have the ingredients for all of that. I do have cranberries left over from a Misfits order from last week, so I'm gonna do cranberry muffins one day this week. And the way I do this, I just do a list of the things that we're going to have. I don't do it by day. Usually I have in the past. I'll do Monday, we're gonna have oatmeal for breakfast, salad for lunch, and chili for dinner. But then I would get to Monday and I didn't want chili for dinner, or I didn't have time to make that, or whatever the reason was. And so my week would get really mixed up. So it's easier for me to just make a list of the things that I have the ingredients for, and then just pick either the night before or the day of, like, I'm going to make this for dinner tonight. So that's usually what I do now. So for lunches, I know I have tons of lettuce that I got through my Azure Standard, and also, not Azure Standard, but Misfits. And I also have a lot of toppings that go with it. So like tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots, all of that. So salad here. And I've also made a lemon vinaigrette dressing, so I know that I have all of that. I do have beans and rice that's already prepared that can go on top of those. And then for dinners, I know we have butternut squash, so one night I'm gonna do butternut squash soup. Hi, Hannah. Are you sneaking through? And then a lot of times I'll do bread to go with that, so I'm just gonna put a dash and put bread. Another night I have bok choy and mushrooms, so I'm gonna do some miso soup. Another night. I also got a lot of potatoes, and then last week I got some sunchokes. I'm gonna try it in a soup. So I've got a recipe for a potato and sunchoke soup. So it looks like this is gonna be the week for soups. And then with that, I also have some green beans. So I'm gonna find a really good way to make, I'm writing bread here, green beans. So I'll probably find, I usually roast my green beans in the oven. So I'll either do that or find a new recipe to try with that. For another night, I'm gonna do some pad thai. I also have eggplant, and I don't think I've cooked eggplant since I've been on a plant-based diet. So I did go ahead and look up a recipe, and this is for vegan eggplant heroes, however you want to say it. So I'm gonna try that this week to see if that's a recipe that we enjoy. So eggplant heroes. And then I have almost all of the ingredients for that. So after I put all of this together, I go back through and see if there's anything that I need for any of my recipes. So for the butternut squash soup, I have everything. For the plant-based milk, I go ahead and make my almond milk the night before. Miso soup, I know I'm going to need some more miso paste. And I know I'm going to need some green onions for that as well. Okay, so for the pad thai, I know I'm going to need some brown rice noodles, some cilantro, and also I'm going to pick up some tofu to go with that. And then for the eggplant gyros, it looks like I have almost everything I need. I'm going to get some parsley. Parsley for that. And then the flatbreads. So I'll go ahead and write that down. So it doesn't look like I'm going to need very much. Okay, I decided to go to Walmart. I thought they might have the miso paste, but they didn't. They do have a really good Asian section now, which I thought they might have the miso paste, but they didn't. So I'll have to go back and get the rest of those items later. But what I did get, I took my mesh bags with me. These just cut down on the plastic from the once used plastic bags. So I got cilantro, it's an empty one. I got some green onions and organic tofu, and also we had the brown rice noodles that I needed. So that's all I got there. I'll get the rest of the things. I'll probably go to Winn-Dixie or Publix in the next day or two to get the rest of the items that I'll need. So just wanted to show you what we picked up at our last grocery shopping trip, just a few things. So Noah has the miso that we got for our miso soup. And I also picked up some pita bread and some flat bread to go with our gyros, the eggplant gyros that we're going to be making. So that's all for our grocery shopping trip. So I'll show you some of the pictures that we have from the meals that we prepared. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And also hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Next week is a cheesecake recipe that you're not gonna wanna miss. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you back here next week. Bye.
Bye.